is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Christopher Sanchez is going to start having nightmares about Blake Perkins. Going to start pitching around him. And a drive into left. It is back. Perk has left the building. His first home run of the year, and I can imagine his feet never touched the ground as he was floating around the bases.
Oh, what a swing by Perk. Couldn't come at a better time against one of the toughest pitchers in all of baseball, Christopher Sanchez.
Well, it is a final from American Family Field, and the results are good. The final for the game and the series, you just heard it on Brewers TV right there, Levering and Vinny Rottino. A 4-zip Brewers victory to take care of the Phillies and Christopher Sanchez. Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here locally on 1250 AM, 105.7 FM, The Fan. We're free on the Odyssey app. We'll welcome in our network stations here in a couple of minutes, but there's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen. Okay, I'm going to say it. It's the biggest win of the season.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, it takes the series. It gets the Brewers off the mat a little bit. They had lost, 3 of their last 4 games. It was much, much needed in this one. And look at the lineup here. I know you had it on the leadoff show.
Yeah.
But my goodness, that left side of that diamond. I mean, you're looking at Hamilton, Ortiz, and Rengifo. Okay, hit for Hamilton, hit for Ortiz, hit for Rengifo. Oh, and then in the outfield, yeah, there's a Blake Perkins sighting. Again, no Frelick, Terang, Yelich, or Bowers. And talk about a Sunday lineup, and Sanchez doing the catching for Harrison, and they win 4-zip. Go figure.
Yeah. I mean, Craig, credit to Gary today. Got to credit Gary.
Credit Gary.
Dish. Got it. Yes. If we're going to keep doing that every time William does it, credit to Gary. It was very nice to see Kyle Harrison return back to form after the ridiculous games out in Las Vegas. But, I mean, the story of the day, Blake Perkins. This line from Levering, by the way.
Christopher Sanchez is going to start having nightmares about Blake Perkins. Going to start pitching around him.
Yeah, what is it? What did we say?
6 for 7.
4 extra base hits now, including a homer. Blake Perkins might have just won Jacob Mizorowski the Cy Young Award today.
Maybe
he might have.
That's the thing. We talked about that on Friday night. Hey, put up a big number against Sanchez and help Mizorowski out on this thing and shut the Phillies up a little bit at the same time. Savannah Bananas. I looked into that, some of the quotes from some of the players. And, that was one of them.
By the way, yesterday, 2 days ago, Tristan Peters hit a walk-off home run for the White Sox, former Savannah Banana. Maybe should be an all-star, too.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Just saying.
Want to get your reaction here on this one. A huge Brewers victory against Sanchez and those Phillies. A 43-26 mark now through 69 games.
Yeah, nice. 262 chiming in. Joe in Pewaukee. How can you not be happy for Blake the Rake? I've been disappointed, but not once have I talked poorly about Blake this year or wish him off the team. He's an amazing dude, and he owns Christopher Sanchez. Perkins single-handedly swings the Cy Young odds after today.
Credit Perkins, but credit also Pat Murphy for shoving him out there today.
Believing in him, right?
There's no way most of us Brewer fans would have had him in the starting lineup today.
608 says, extend Perkins. Jeff in Woodville, nice job by the pitching staff today. Offense was good against Sanchez as well.
Yeah, and the offense has been impressive. It has been, and you can feel it starting to come on a little bit here as of late, putting up a bunch of runs. And Jackson Chourio is on fire.
Dude's unreal.
Wow. 7 homers now in the month of June.
5 over his last 5 games.
Yeah. How about homering in 5 straight?
5 homers over his last 5 games. He has the 2-homer game yesterday, so, and I think the other one was a 2-homer game in Vegas too, right? So it's 5 home runs across 3 games, but it's within the last 5 games.
In 5, yeah. He in a weird way has been flying under the radar with this offense. We have to remember he missed a month, and now look at his total numbers here. They're starting to stack up. And you're seeing the real Jackson Chourio stand up here. So the Brewers get the 4-zip victory. And how big of a win was it for some Brewer fans? For me, it's the biggest win of the year. I just didn't like the feel of that Vegas series, losing 2 of 3. Now you've got another game in which, you got to win this game. You got to win this game to take the series. And I was a little nervous coming in. It's Christopher Sanchez. But somehow, some way, this Brewers team tends to get it done. Big moments, if you will, or bigger games, if you will, they always seem to stand up a little bit taller here. And they understood what was happening today. Go out there and just start working pitch counts, working the pitch count up. Jackson Chourio to start out with a homer in the bottom of the first inning. That definitely set a tone here in this ball game. But Harrison putting up the 0 on 8 pitches
right away
in the first inning, that was huge.
That was huge, yeah. And to your point, Chourio.
1-2, driven out towards center. Giving it a shot is Hill, and it's back and gone again for Chourio.
His 5th home run in his last 5 games. You got to be kidding me with this kid. 103 mile per hour exit velocity, drives it out of here against the guy that has given up 1 home run in his last 7 starts. Christopher Sanchez just has not been giving up damage.
Sean chimes in on YouTube. The only thing it takes for Blake Perkins to be the best hitter is to just have him face off against the second best pitcher in the National League.
Sure.
Wonder what he'd do off of Miz.
line a double.
Yeah, right. Just right off. Miz is lucky Blake Perkins is on his team. That's what some people are saying.
Super, super good things happened in this game. Kyle Harrison is one. Jackson Chourio is another. That lineup with a 4 spot. And, of course, Blake Perkins, Kyle Harrison, 6 shutout innings. That was huge. Look at his starts now. 13 starts here, a 247 earned run average. He goes 6 full, did hit a man, struck out only 3 in this one, but allowed just 3 hits.
Just a little bit away. I mean, he had given up 8 of his 18 earned runs in Las Vegas. Kyle Harrison.
That's nuts.
It was insane what happened to him over there. And I'm glad that, you didn't catch yesterday's show, Tim, but we were having this Chad Patrick, it was Vegas conversation when it was happening over there. Ooh. And then he came back to Milwaukee. And it looked like more of the same. I'm glad we're not having the same conversation about Kyle Harrison today. Let's sneak a caller in, 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and text line. James on the south side, you're our leadoff hitter today. What's up, James?
Hey, guys. Hey, I was just curious. Somebody just fired up a car in my backyard. Hold on.
What?
So, I live on the south side, man.
Got it.
Sorry.
Got it.
So I went in my bedroom. I just wanted to check, we got Harrison. Well, I knew it was a blip on the radar, what he did against the A's, and we got Miz. And my heart goes out that if it wasn't Harrison pitching today, we scored 4 runs. And like what we did against the A's without Miz, and then, what we did against the Giants where, I'm sorry, but we should have taken 3 out of 4. I'm just wondering what your thoughts are of what your ideal pitching lineup, whether it be our lineup or who you think we could get to get us over the hump in the playoffs. Cause I'm already thinking that, Tim, and just what you think our starting 3 should be come, late September, early October. That's all.
Great question.
James. Yeah.
Great question. Who's the 1, 2, 3? Boom, boom, boom.
Well, we have 1, 2. Now the question's who's 3,
who's
right?
3? And that is the question. Who's going to step up? Is it Sproat? Is it Drowan? Is it Gasser? Is it Crow? Is it Henderson? I'm going to lean toward Henderson when he gets back. But that's still not for a few more weeks. You could lean toward Woody.
Well, I think both of them are going to be back by the 4th of July.
Somewhere in there, first early part of July for sure.
I think both of them will be there by then. And then that gives you plenty of time to realize. I think Henderson's "What Have You Done For Me Lately" has the lead over Woodruff. But when it comes to October, do you want a guy who has pitched in October before to be that guy who is getting the game 3? Because I don't think either of them are passing up Harrison. I think that you would have a nice little mix-up of a righty and a lefty, and you have Miz versus Harrison and two completely different pitchers. Now who's that number 3 becomes a question between those two guys.
Man, Harrison's good.
Isn't he? He is.
I mean, he's just flat out good.
No one's putting Woodruff over Harrison in game 2 right now, are they?
You can't.
You can't, right?
Now they did reconfigure their rotation here to have Miz and Harrison go back to back.
I love it.
I think there's some plotting for that, and that is your flamethrower is from the right side, and then you get a tricky left-hander the very next day. The next time they pitch is going to be in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be back to back. I'm looking forward to that series. And let's not skip over the Guardians series. That's going to be a challenging series as well, because they can come up and get you. They're pretty talented. Sort of a similar team to the Brewers in that regard. But that third spot is up for grabs, and you wonder if Matt Arnold is kind of eyeballing what James was referring to, and that's the playoffs. Don't you think you have to?
Well, yesterday I think we determined 27 games until the All-Star game. So today was game 1 of that. 26 more games until the All-Star break already now. I mean, that's right around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. And with this type of record, I think you can wait this out a little bit. And I think, this is just my guess, why they are not making a move with Perkins is to wait that out because they're winning. And because Lockridge is getting closer.
He's getting close. Yeah, just got an injection today. I can update on some injury news that we got earlier today as well on the other side.
Yeah, let's do that. Want to get your reaction here. I think it's the biggest win of the year. You call me crazy if you want. 414-677-1250 on the Nicolay Law Talk and text line. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show after a huge win over the Philadelphia Phillies to take the game in the series.
Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
It is a final. The game and the series and those results are good. Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz in a 4-zip shutout victory over the Philadelphia Phillies. And I claim this is the biggest win of the year.
This week.
No, today. The biggest win of the year today. Not the best performance, but the biggest win of the year.
Most exciting game.
Not the most exciting game.
Oh, okay.
The biggest win of the year.
It's just never.
Not not the most exciting game of the year.
Okay, Tim, I got one better for you. You know what's the most important win of the year? The next one. The next one.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I get you. We take baby steps. We move on. You didn't want them to lose back-to-back series. You just didn't. You don't want any start of anything. Okay, so now you're just hold and serve in your last 6 games. You're 3-3. You lose a series, you win a series. But you win a big series against a potential playoff opponent right here in the Philadelphia Phillies.
And against the next hottest team in baseball.
That's right. And rolling well.
Yeah, yep. That's the other part of this. The Phillies had the second best record since April 26 coming into this series, only behind the Brewers, and the Brewers made it look easy 2 of the 3 days.
So many good things happened in this game. Obviously, Blake Perkins. I mean, how do you not feel good for that guy right now?
Christopher Sanchez is going to start having nightmares about Blake Perkins.
Going to start pitching around him.
And a drive in the left. It is back. Perk has left the building.
I mean,
I went crazy when that happened.
No one thought that was happening. That
I said stick with Perks the whole way.
No one thought that was going to go down the way it went down.
Wow.
No one thought Blake Perkins would win Jacob Mizorowski the Cy Young today, but damn, he might have, Tim. He just might have.
And that's why I said so many good things happened in this game. It was off Christopher Sanchez, and it did help the battle for the Cy Young. If you're watching that, which I would assume you are, right along with us, that helped. I mean, that one swing helped. If Sanchez gives up that swing 2 weeks ago, then it's pitcher of the month for Miz easily. But so Perkins hits the 3-run homer. You do it off Sanchez. And also it's a bounce back from Kyle Harrison. That's huge as well. Maybe just as big. I mean, because this is a guy you're going to be leaning on down the stretch and into the postseason. Let's see what else happened. Jackson Chourio stays scalding hot. That is huge for this offense. They get a win with this lineup is another little bullet point you can put up there. Are you kidding me? You have to be kidding me, right? Tommy, you had the leadoff show. You read down the starting lineup today.
I did.
And second, short, and third, what?
Yeah, Hamilton, and Ortiz and Rengifo today for the Crew.
Those 3.
Some people might call it the A lineup after a performance like today. Some people are wondering if that Murph should be starting these guys every day. That's what some people are saying now.
Legitimate question, though.
Okay.
Is it the biggest win of the year? Do you feel that in the moment? Will there be bigger? I would assume there will be. In fact, I'll guarantee you there'll be another biggest win of the year.
I'm going to push back. I don't even think it's the biggest win of the series. I think that game against Miz was now much bigger just from hey, Philadelphia, shut up about Miz. Hey, Major League Baseball, get ready to see Miz for the rest of your lives now. As long as that guy's healthy, he is going to be the best pitcher in the sport. Now, today is the biggest win of all time for a lineup with Hamilton, Ortiz, and Blake Perkins and Luis Rengifo in the game. Against Sanchez.
And Perkins in your outfield.
Yes.
No Yelich, no Terang, no Bowers, not even a Frelick, not even Contreras catching.
Right.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it.
All right, Nicolay Law talking text line as we see you lining up there at 414-677-1250. How about we go with Bodie? He seems like a scrappy leadoff hitter. What's going on, Bodie?
What's going on, guys? How are we feeling about this win today?
Oh, biggest win of the year in Tim's eyes.
I do kind of agree because the fact that we go out with a lot of our starters resting, and we go out against Christopher Sanchez, who in my eyes is the second best pitcher in all of baseball, and we just shut the Phillies out with Kyle Harrison today. And this might be a rhetorical question, but are the Brewers the best bullpen in all of baseball?
The best bullpen? Is that what he said?
Yes.
No.
I think we do have one of, if not the best 1-2 punch for starting pitcher in baseball.
Oh, in starting pitchers.
Yes, I'll give him that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That 1-2 punch of Miz and Harrison. Now they will go back to back in the rotation. It'll be Miz and then Harrison Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. And the fact that Jackson is coming back to what he once was, and we got Bowers playing to his highest level. We got a good set of players on this team.
Great set of players. Bodie, did you go to the game today?
We did not.
You didn't? Okay, gotcha. All right, well, you take it easy, all right, kid?
Thank you.
Thanks, Bodie.
All right, there's our friend Bodie. 414-677-1250, Nicolay Law talking text line. Let's go to Pat, also known as Schlitz Hat. What's up, Pat?
Gentlemen, shout out to Bodie, who I met last weekend. What a great kid.
Great kid.
Man, I love that guy. All right, so I got commentary and I've got discussion point.
Oh, okay.
Commentary, top of the eighth, the ninth batter, Hill against Ashby. He's got a toothpick in his mouth. And I'm like, oh, no, it's a piece of a seed. And I sure thought it was a seed. It was not. Dude had a toothpick. That's a flex.
Who had a toothpick in his mouth back in the day?
Hill.
Yeah, no. Back in the day, though, wasn't it like Darryl Strawberry or something?
Dusty Baker, I think, was a toothpick guy,
but
that
player,
was more as a
like Lou Whitaker or something like that, with a toothpick in his mouth. I'll do some research.
Okay, now I got my discussion point. When the All-Star game starts, who is going to be the starting pitcher in Philly, Sanchez or Miz?
Yeah.
And I'll hang up and listen offline. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
Love you too, Pat.
I again, that is some good theater. That you'd love that. You would love that. That Blake Perkins swing may have decided it. In theory, it could. When you think about it, when you think about that swing there, jumped up the ERA for Sanchez. Now, I'm not saying that Miz won't run into a 2 or 3 run home run, but at this point, throwing the way he's throwing, it's unlikely with how he's pitching. So that would be great theater.
UL Washington. That's who I was thinking of.
UL Washington.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about UL.
Okay.
He is on the rookie card for Paul Molitor.
Oh, really?
It's a Future Stars card. And I believe it had 4 players, and I believe it's Molitor and UL Washington.
Yeah, UL Washington is who I was thinking of.
Can you name the other 2?
No.
I don't think I can.
No,
I don't.
LU Lincoln. That's probably who it was there. I was just going with a different president at the end.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's keep going down the phone lines here. 414-677-1250.
Wow.
Let's go to Uncle James. What it do, Uncle James?
What it do?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Yes, what it do? Man, it's so fun to call into the show and listen to you guys after a victory. I mean, yesterday when we lost 2 or 3 in Oakland, well, actually Vegas, yeah, it's just not as fun to call in or listen to the show.
You mentioned Vegas, Uncle James. This is why I think it's another reason why I think it's the biggest win of the year. You didn't want that Vegas series to be that turning point moving forward. You just didn't want in a couple of weeks for us to be talking about it. Tim, you jinxed them in Vegas, or ever since Vegas, all of those things. This prevented that from happening. They bounced right back and took a series against a good ball club.
The offense also really has not skipped a beat since that point either, Tim. They put up over 4 in each of those games during this 3 games against Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. I got to go back and look at, since that Vegas series, if any, how many series have they scored 4 or more in every game of the series? Yeah. Because that was another thing where, did it ruin any sort of offensive approach during this time because of how you were swinging out there? And it did not matter. It translated very well over to Philadelphia.
Well, welcome back from Vegas, Tim. Did you have a good time out there? I heard you ate a tasty muffin, apparently. At least that's what it said on Facebook.
It did?
Well, yeah, I thought that, or maybe it was just a text. I don't know. Beer Count Canyon went off. It was funny. But, hey, I've heard you on Bill Michaels like a week ago Monday. Are you going to be on his show regularly, or is that just a once-in-a-lifetime?
No. Periodically, I'll join him and talk some Brewers baseball. But again, though, Uncle James, was this the biggest win of the year? Not the most exciting, not the most important, not the best performance, the biggest win.
It's got to be top 3. No, okay. As far as to answer your original question, are you crazy? Yeah, I kind of agree with Aunt Terry. The day we met you last year at Brewers Palooza, we thought you were a little off the wall. But so I'll agree with you being crazy. But I'd say this is top 3 because one of the Dodger games or the Cub games that we won earlier this year had to be number 1A or 1B. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, those were big games at that time, at that point. Sure. And you could make the argument that every win is the biggest win of the year. But that's not why I've said after wins before, Tommy, you can attest to this. I've said before after wins that, and you have asked me, is this the biggest win of the year? No, this wasn't the biggest. Remember, I was on that Diamondback bandwagon of that was the biggest win of the year at that in that portion of the season. One of the Cubs' victories, biggest victory of the year. But this again, I think the most important thing for me is that you bounced back so we didn't have to look back at Vegas as a turning point in this season. Just didn't happen. At least, and even if they lose the series to the Guardians, it's still, you win a series and then lost a series to follow that up. It just doesn't point back to Vegas. I didn't want that to happen.
Well, I understand it, and I can't believe that Perkins got a 3-run ding-dong off of Sanchez. I mean, his teammates just be ripping him a new one. How can you give up a 3-run homer to Pukey Perkins? If I was the Brewers, I'd call Philly right now and trade him. He's got to have the most value of any Brewer.
Sanchez would like to have him on his own team. I'll tell you that. He's 6 for 7 lifetime against Sanchez. 4 extra base hits, including a double and a 3-run home run today. But the difference is, Tommy, Uncle James, he didn't hit that homer off his butt.
Are you kidding me?
I had it ready to go.
3-run dong off his butt.
I had it ready to go. I already knew. I totally knew you were going to bring that up.
Uncle James, What else you got?
Well, quick question. Whatever happened to that Woodward guy that we DFA'd that had that super hot blonde trophy wife? Did he get picked up by somebody?
No, he did not. No, he got optioned back to Nashville.
Well, and what happened was
back in the minors?
They DFA'd him, meaning taking him off the 40-man. And no one claimed him. And then he chose free agency, and then they changed their mind. Said, no, we'll take the option to Nashville.
Well, that's a good idea probably for him because I'm sure his wife, like I said, is high maintenance. I mean, he's got to make some money somewhere. So, but
I would. Last thing for you, Uncle James. Have you ever been to Vegas?
Twice, yeah. Once I vaguely remember, and the other time, I left with a whole bunch of money I owed on credit cards. They don't tell you when you go get cash off your credit cards. They drill you about $60 or $80 just to do the transfer.
Well, that's a lot cheaper now. It's cheaper now. So you vaguely remember one of the trips. That's awesome. That means you had fun.
I had a blast. And big shout out to, I don't know why you call him Big Dog Chase. I mean, he's only 13, right? Have you met this kid before?
Of course, many times.
Okay. Well, I'm going through all my collectible stuff. I got a spot for Chase to give. So when I come down in August, I'm going to bless all you guys with some collectible treats that I got.
Also, looking forward to it.
Oh, so one more thing. I got to do a shout out to one more thing, Johnny. I heard him call on Friday night, I think for the second and third time this year. I'm glad he was able to take a break from selling homes and going to the casino and also chasing women. So with that, spark it up, folks. Talk to you Thursday and keep the buzz buzzing.
Keep the buzz buzzing.
Love it. Nicolay Law Talking text line 414-677-1250. We're talking about the biggest win of the year, at least in my eyes. That's okay if you disagree. Again, this is up to interpretation, but they get the victory today. 4-0. Kyle Harrison, huge talking point in this one. 6 shutout innings and just looked like Harrison. Again, that was a huge bounce back for him. I would have left him in there for an out in the 7th.
Oh, how awesome would it have been if Harrison went 9 again after Miz goes 9? Yeah, I mean
80 pitches. I don't know if he was going to make it to the finish line there, but let him taste that 7th inning a little bit. Maybe he gets a quick out and you give him 2 outs, but for sure 1. But 6 shutout. A brilliant performance from Harrison. Not a big strikeout game, just 3 punch outs and just 3 hits given up. Did hit a man, and again, through 80 pitches. Perkins, a 3-run shot. Churio, a solo home run, and the Brewers get the victory to take the game and the series over the Philadelphia Phillies, a 43-26 mark here in the 26 championship season. And we're talking about it. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Got some breaking news for you in a second here. Welcome back. Brewers beat the Phillies and Christopher Sanchez 4-0. 4 Ernies in your face, Christopher Sanchez. Take that.
Oh, I'd rather have Gary Sanchez than Christopher Sanchez.
Off his butt. Brewers get the victory, 43-26. They take the game in the series, and we're talking about it. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz.
Mr. Allen, I got some news here that was posted from a friend of the show, Spencer Michaelis, and then was retweeted by other friends of show, Adam McCalvey, David Gasper. Cooper Pratt appears to be headed to the big leagues, just got pulled from the game, hugging teammates, fighting tears through a big smile in the dugout right now. All signs pointing to Cooper Pratt will be on this big league roster next time the Brewers play a baseball game.
You got your answer, Brewers fans. You got your answer. Is it Jet Williams? Is it Luis Lara? Is it Cooper Pratt? Well, you got your answer right there. Now, is this because of an injury to Rengifo today? He was dinged up today. And I wonder if that's worse than because he went on to get a base hit.
Right.
And I wonder if this might be the door opening just a little bit to make that decision easier.
Well, and again, if you're Luis Rengifo, you better hope Cooper Pratt doesn't have a double in this series. Otherwise, you're gone to that point. So
please get off to a good start.
Like, just if he gets off to a good start, Rengifo will be gone.
1 for 3 with a walk. I'd take it all day long in his first game.
Absolutely.
But if he can do a little bit better and find a gap and knock in a run, welcome to the bigs, Cooper Pratt. More on that as we hear from Pat Murphy a little bit later on. Also, we were thinking about Murphy's hip injury. He's been battling the hip. Could you imagine, Brewers fans? This would be Pat Murphy. He petitions the league to get a scooter so he can zip around on the field.
That would be awesome. The Murphmobile? Oh, man.
Yes.
Come on.
And he's got a button on it for the taser, so he can tase when he needs to. He's got a little basket there for his pancakes.
And his horn isn't like a traditional horn. It just goes, credit to William, credit to William, credit to William, when he wants you to get out of the way.
Aruga. All right, let's get back to you guys. Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250.
Well, I mean, it's only fitting. The guy who's been clamoring for change all year. We'll get him on next. Ken, go ahead. Crack the beer for Cooper. Yeah, there it is. Nice.
You know, at some point in time, you got to make changes because it is the reality of what winning teams do, what championships teams do. You keep bettering yourself. And that's what this team has to do. When you talk about starting pitching, when you talk about offense, you got to make these changes. We are nowhere near a championship team yet. We're a division leading team, but we're nowhere near a championship team. I always chuckle at fans when they go, as soon as the players have, a good couple of weeks or a month, oh my God, we have to sign them. Why aren't we signing them? Like with Miz, somebody called up and said, oh my God, we have to sign them. Okay, settle down. First of all, you don't understand how contracts work and that the player is under team control. So there's so many things that happen with an MLB team that people don't realize, and fans get so excited that they lose their minds. But this team right now is on their way to doing really big things. The best start that in my time I've ever seen a Brewer team do. Now, GM Arnold has to be absolutely scratching his head saying, all right, how do I better this team? Is it bringing guys up from the minor? Is it making trades? I think it's all of the above.
No doubt. It's everything. I don't. You're a 26-man roster right now. may not it will not look the same.
No.
Come late September. Now, being the contrarian you are to most Brewer fans and myself, is this the biggest win of the year?
No, hell no, not even close. It's not, because you're absolutely goofy with these biggest wins of the year.
I said I don't even know if it's the biggest win of the series, Ken.
Yeah, exactly.
They lose this game. Here's why it's the biggest win of the year. They lose this game, and now you look back at the turning point potentially. We don't know what's going to happen. Fast forwarding into the Cleveland series, down to Atlanta, then to face the Cubs. All that stuff is coming up. This assured that you won't look back at Vegas and have that as an albatross of your season.
No, Miz did that on day one of the series.
Well, did he? Because if they go on to lose the series, okay, then what? You've lost 2 series in a row, and we look back right now on the air today. If they lose this game, we are saying, ooh, or at least I am. I'm saying, that Vegas thing kind of rattled the cage here lately.
Oh, boy.
They really, really need to win now. Now there's a little more pressure.
Well, they don't really need to win. You have to understand where they're at in the division and how they're progressing. So they don't really need to win, but they need to maintain winning series, and that's what this team has been doing. That's what makes this team so.
And they would have lost 2 in a row without this win.
They continue to win series. See, you're going to lose a series here or there, and that's what this team has done throughout the season. This win so
did. It prevented you from losing back-to-back series, and so now we can look back at Vegas and say, you're going to lose series here and there. Yeah. That's what this win did. It put it back into that category.
Yeah, so when you play 162, that's what happens. And the reality of how this team has played is why everybody's so excited. And then you see your guys that have not been great offensive contributors that actually start to contribute. That's exciting in itself.
Perkins, Hamilton, Ortiz, and Rengifo all contributed today.
Yeah, only because why? They realize they're fighting for their lives to stay on this team. And is this going to be a championship team? You better believe it. They're 56 away from 99 with 93 to play. This team has a lot of work ahead of them. And this is what people don't understand. This Woody talk, I think it's the silliest talk ever. Why? He is not coming back to do anything spectacular with this team. We have seen this time and time again. It's time to move on from him. Yeah, let him get a start or 2, whatever. We know what's going to happen. He will never pitch another full season as a Brewer. That's my one negative about everything that's been going on with this team. I think GM Arnold knows it. Murph knows it. You have to realize at some point in time that you have.
Man. I think you're missing Woody's bulldog mentality.
I don't care about your bulldog
I can't
mentality.
Rule it out. I'm not going to rule it out. When
your arm is dead, it's dead. And the problem with that is that he hasn't pitched since his arm went dead. Now he's in rehab. Now he's in this. And we've seen this story with this guy. But Timmy, the fact of the matter is that we need better and more starting pitching to complement our 2 horses.
Or these guys get a little bit better. Brandon Sproat starts to mature. Shane Drowan starts to mature. Maybe one of them gets on the Quinn Priester role like last year. Maybe, and they're talented enough. They're all right, Kenny. We got to go.
Wait, hold on. I got to say this. I got to finish with this.
Kenny.
I got to finish with this. The fact of the matter is that you're not going to win a World Series if we continue to play like lesser teams. If you don't put your team in a position like the Dodgers are doing, and like the other World Series of teams that have won have done, you will just continue to be what you're doing, win the division and never advance.
And maybe
they move forward.
Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe they do.
All right, thanks, Ken.
Yeah, maybe they do. And recently I've been talking about the definition of putting the chips into the middle of the table, sliding the chips in. What does that mean?
Is Cooper Pratt a sliding the chips in move?
I think it's a smaller. Again,
it's a call. It's a call.
It's a call.
All right.
It is a little bit of a call. Yeah.
All right. Just for other pokers turns. We got.
Hey, how about the sellouts at American Family Field? You guys were amazing this weekend.
Yeah, 120,000 fans there over the week. Ooh. Yeah, over the weekend rather. Sorry. Yeah, let's keep it going here. Cousin Tim, you're up next. What's up, Cousin Tim?
Somebody just dropped the ball.
Who?
Kenny.
Did he?
Kenny, I could tell you dropped the ball here. You opened up the beer. But you didn't listen to your best buddy, Tim. He was trying to tell you something very important. Okay? We lost 2. Then we won 1 with Mizorowski, all right? We could have been,
You don't win this game, you've lost 4 of your last 5.
6,
How does that sound?
6. 4 of your last 6.
Well, 4 or 5.
Or whatever, yeah. So it is the most important game of the year.
See? Tommy? Timmy, tell Tommy.
No, it's not.
Tommy, listen, Timmy.
Well, it is because I'm just saying, it's just the St. Louis is playing pretty good. I don't know how they're doing today, but I know the Chicago Cubs are losing today, and I really like that.
That's beautiful. Hey, random disconnected thought here. Tommy, Tim and Tommy.
Yeah.
You guys.
Hey, we all got names that start with the letter T, okay?
Mm-hmm. Tim and Tommy. Did Levering say snowman at all last night?
No. Snowmen's are for winners.
He did not.
Oh, man, they had a snowman on the board. Perfect opportunity.
And I tell you what, last night we could have won that game, but I'm not going to go back to last night because it kind of pissed me off. But I'm just saying, it just, I mean, you got to, you can't, it's series, like you say, Tim.
Yep.
You got to win the 2 out of the 3, or if you're playing 4, you got to win the 3 out of the 4.
You win on Monday night in that wild game in Vegas, drop the next 2, get your Miz win, drop the next one, and you drop this one, and suddenly you've lost 4 of 5 games.
Exactly.
But you won this big game to prevent me from saying that. And then we're going to have the promo police. Tommy, we're going to do the promos, 15-second promos. And we're going to say, suddenly the Brewers have lost 4 of 5, looking to bounce back against the Guardians. I didn't want to say that. I had to say that had they lost this game. Now I don't have to.
And with the Woodruff comment that he made, like, we're going to see this.
Yeah, that's a dangerous comment. We need to mark.
Don't make that comment because that guy knows how to pitch.
He might be right. I doubt he's right.
He could be right, and then if he's right, I will apologize because but he's been there, he's done that, and then hopefully he can come around to some form that he was.
And he's not alone. A lot of people think Woody's damaged goods right now. A lot of people think that.
Okay, well, let's just wait and see. But hopefully they don't, like how Kenny's probably trying to say it is, like hopefully they don't wait and see and take too long.
Well, I mean, how about Tim and Tim for you guys here? We can all be in a great TNT. Sorry, I think we can all be in agreement that qualifying offer probably has a lot of room to make up for that.
Oh yeah,
a lot of room to make up for the qualifying offer. He can earn it all if he does a hell of a job in October. But to this point, that was not the right move already.
Cousin Tim. My name is Tim. So you hear Tim. That sounds like the Vegas slot machines when I walk into the casino.
Yeah,
Tim.
I gambled last night and I lost my ass. But anyways, that's a different story. But, with Cooper Pratt coming back, I think that's like I think they're going to be doing something here.
Energy.
I really do. Really do.
All right,
I think
Timmy.
there's something down the pipeline coming up.
All right, so we'll see you later.
Thanks,
Thank
Tim.
you. Have a good Sunday night.
There he is, Cousin Tim. I want to read some texts off here on the Nicolay Law Talking text line 414-677-1250. Scotty Tiffany says, I will never question Murphy's Sunday lineups ever again. Bottom of the order was rocking it today.
How do you sit Bowers? I mean, I don't care who it is, but okay.
Justin in Kansas City just landed from Vegas. Couldn't believe our big guns on the bench and at the bottom of the order today. Can't believe we got it done. Yeah, that's another one from Justin in Kansas City. Great series win. Great to stick with great to stick it to the big mouths of Philly after the All-Star stuff, and great and comforting feeling to beat an ace level pitcher. That's another point today.
Yes.
Like I did see something today. I mean, we've all been in agreement that the Brewers starting pitching has probably been the strength of this team to this point, right?
I would say, yeah, but it's a little more collective this year than one would think. But yeah, I would say it leans toward that starting pitching. Yeah.
The Brewers have gotten 20 quality starts out of their starting pitching this year. The Dodgers have gotten 40.
And where does that rank the Brewers in terms of the rest of the league?
It was lower half when I saw it here. Let me see if I can find it again real
under
quick.
The halfway mark.
Yes, definitely was.
But now, to a degree, that doesn't surprise me. Just because we're into our third year under Murphy, I think that win tonight mentality, that win today's game mentality, is going to press the accelerator a little bit more when you have a manager like this to go to his pen, go to his guys. He sees the light at the end of the tunnel at a certain point in the game and says, nope, I got to grab it now. Today, for example, it was 4-zip. Could you have gone with Harrison a little bit longer? Yesterday's game, could you have waited on Chad Patrick a little bit longer? But that's that win mentality. That might be a huge reason why they are successful.
It is tied for 21st with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah. And that's no surprise either.
That's a good baseball team.
That it would be the Rays on top of that, because they're similar philosophies in a lot of ways, the Rays and the Brewers. Yeah, it's I mean, again, I'm going to point to a bullpen arm. If you want to say what I think the Brewers need, absolutely slam dunk right now today, it's another bullpen arm. A go-to slam dunk type arm. Now, everybody wants that.
What if it was Aroldis Chapman?
I would love that.
What if that would move McGill and Uribe down a spot? And is that okay with you?
Oh, provide some hammers back there collectively. Will it be Jared Koenig? I don't know. But these young starters, Drowan and Sprout and Gasser, take your pick. Coleman, Crow, Henderson. One of these guys, wow, would the Brewers be in a great situation if one of them stepped up to, wow, this guy's good, like Quinn Priester did last year. So we'll talk more after the break here. A lot of time here for you on that Nicolay Law Talk and text line, 414-677-1250. As the Brewers beat the Phillies today, 4-zip the final behind a couple of home runs, one from Churio, 3-run bomb from Perkins, and Harrison doing the job, 6 shutout, 43-26. They take the series over the Phillies. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. 4-0, the Brewers beat the Phillies to take the game in the series, and we're talking about it here. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, and it's official that Cooper Pratt is on his way.
For Adam McCalvey, confirmed by a Brewers source, shortstop prospect Cooper Pratt is Milwaukee bound. We do not know the corresponding move.
What
could be Luis
on the move.
I think it's either Rengifo or Joey, right?
Oh yeah, it's one of the two.
And does Rengifo head to an injured list? Well, they can move him up, right? Because Cooper Pratt's a 40-man guy, so it could be an injury stint,
yes.
Or you could see a release and then trade type situation that happens with Rengifo.
I would say that's the longer of the shots.
Also, someone chiming in on the talk and text line, I think something's wrong with Joey's arm. He's been very inaccurate lately.
Okay.
It's a good theory.
And Joey Ortiz, as we have discussed on this show many, many times, he has not been optioned, I don't think, ever in a Brewers uniform.
No, he's got 2 left.
Yeah, he's got 2 option years left. So then they've never tried that to get him going. Now, I will say this. Lately he's been doing better with the bat. He has. The numbers indicate that. Numbers indicate that last year as well. But I could see that being the move if there's no injury, because it's not going to be David Hamilton. I think we can assure ourselves of that. So either, you're right, Tommy, either Rengifo or Joey Ortiz, or, can they get away with one less outfielder? Because they do have, again, Christian Yelich that can play some and Jake Bauers that can play some. Would it be a Perkins after today?
Man, if they send down Blake,
that's just nasty.
That'd be the Vinny Capra treatment. Like 0 for 40 and then get a hit and get cut.
And then, you busted the string and then you're out. Well, we're going to hear a little snippet from Cooper Pratt in just a second here. Stick around for that. Nicolay Law Talk and text line 414-677-1250. Big Dog Chase, what's happening? A big Brewers win.
Not much. Yep, it was a big Brewers win. I didn't watch the game much because I was outside doing yard work, but I came in to Twitter just absolutely popping.
Oh yeah, Big Dog Chase. What'd you see on Twitter?
Oh, you know what I'm going to talk about.
What are you going to talk about?
There's actual footage of Cooper Pratt hugging his teammates and coaches and laughing and crying in the dugout in Nashville as Jared Koenig is making his rehab appearance. And yet, yes, does that mean a Rengifo IL stint? I don't know. But I haven't seen anything about Rengifo being hurt or anything, so that leads me to believe we might be using one of Joey Ortiz's options, or even better, just pull a Vinny Capra. Get rid of Blake Perkins.
Oh, on a day like today.
What if Adam McCalvey's source is Big Dog Chase, Tim?
Well, I'm not trying to be a Blake Perkins hater, but last night we had a bunch of guys on the bench. Did you notice out of all guys who we did not use?
Who's that?
Blake Perkins.
Hey, in a way, Tommy, what do you think? Could it be Perkins? I would doubt it.
When I saw Murph's Sunday give up lineup, I'm like, okay, it's just his normal Sunday give up lineup. Then I go down and down. I'm like, oh brother, Blake Perkins.
Big Dog. Listen, are you gonna cry when you get the call to the big leagues?
No,
never will. Big Dog, thank you.
Brewers.
Go Brewers.
Go Brewers. All right. We'll take a break. Nicolay Law Talk and text line 677-1250. We're going to hear from Cooper Pratt. He talks about his defense when we had a nice conversation with him, Tommy and I, in Arizona during spring training. So quite relevant to this day in which Cooper Pratt headed to Milwaukee. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, a 4-zip Brewers victory. And it's Blake Perkins and Cooper Pratt Day. We're talking about it. Stick around. Welcome back. It is the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, a 4-zip Brewers win over the Philadelphia Phillies to take the game and the series. And in just a couple of minutes, we're going to hear from today's starter, Kyle Harrison. He was dealing today. It was great to see after what his last performance told us, that it was a clunker. I mean, that was rough.
That was garbage.
Yeah, and I think partly an anomaly, a little bit of sorts. That whole series maybe just was a little anomaly that we can look back on and say, okay.
Except for Jackson Chourio.
Yes.
That's the only thing.
I mean, Jackson's on fire these days. He homered again today. Blake Perkins, a 3-run home run. The game changer right there. If this game is 1-zip heading into the late innings, you never know with a team like the Phillies, or really, you can say that to about a lot of teams. But, yeah, they got it done today. Huge win, and they take the series, and they remain atop the National League Central here in the 26th championship season. So let's start out with the starter today, and that's Kyle Harrison. As a beautiful performance today. Didn't have the strikeout going. He threw surprisingly more ground balls than we're accustomed to. But he got a bunch of ground balls early, got the slurve working a little bit in the middle of his performance. But it was good to see him bounce back now through 13 starts, a 247 earned run average. Dynamite numbers for Harrison all told. Here's Kyle after the game.
Kyle, are you happy to be back in regular elevation today?
Yeah, happy to be back at sea level, I guess, or, whatever it is here. So, nice to see the ball, moving like it should. Wortz kind of back, but, felt good today.
To have that run on the board from Jackson right away against a pitcher who's having one of the best seasons in baseball, how does that change anything?
Just it lets you go out there and fill the zone up, man. Lets you be free and attack the zone. And but yeah, man, Chourio swinging the bat, and that was a great start. So anytime you get ahead on a team like that, especially a good team that's rolling, it's good to punch first.
How about the boost that in the middle of your outing, then Perkins with the home run, that give a little bit more separation? I'm sure that gives you a little bit more of a boost there.
100%. That was the boost we needed. I mean, what a day from him. And I guess there's some previous numbers that he's done well. So just a good day for the bats.
Murph said that he thought your best couple innings came toward the end there, fourth and fifth. Do you feel like you were able to finish strong today?
100%. I think in terms of my rhythm, timing, everything, that kind of I think that really happened kind of at third, fourth, past that third inning. So, just needed to settle in, and found my rhythm and timing. Was moving a little too slow earlier, I'd say. So, it was great on Gary's part. He told me, he's like, hey, man, you need to move quicker. I don't like that slow stuff, So, having Gary back there too, keeping me on it, that was huge. So.
Did you kind of see that show up in the velo a little bit because it kind of ticked up a little bit?
I think so. Yeah, I think with the velo and that was a little down early on, but I think, like I said, it was the timing and the quickness. I can't move slow out there, So I got to move quick, and ultimately that's going to make the breaking stuff better.
When you watch Sanchez from lefty to lefty, what does he do that impresses you the most?
Yeah, it's been just commanding the zone. I think just knowing his stuff and being able to tunnel his changeup right off of that sinker down. So, was able to kind of get the heater more up today. Just trying to take bits and pieces you watch from those guys.
Chris Hook made pitching changes this weekend, so they kind of know what Murph's going through. How is that? How have you guys seen him kind of in some pain and try to do a pretty tough job?
Yeah, no, we definitely feel bad for him. He's moving around a little slow. So, no, man, it's tough. You want to see him, but he's got the same energy. So he's walking up and down the dugout as much as he can and yelling at guys in the box. So, no, man, good vibes from him. So hopefully we get him feeling better soon.
Kyle Harrison ending there with talk about Pat Murphy. Still mobile, but I think he's just limiting his walking around. Hip issue going on for Murph. But Kyle Harrison, just an amazing performance. I really enjoyed the 8-pitch first inning. Now, he did get a laser out there, so that one right at Vaughn in that frame. But, yeah, I mean, that was – you can tell with Kyle Harrison, he's a smart dude, 100%. He does say that. But you can tell he's a bright guy. He's a bright, intelligent ball player and kind of gets into the weeds with his performances. I think they found a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy, I just think that he could go on to some really, really special things for the Brewers here.
I was looking at some of the post-game notes, and I know we're going to get to Blake Perkins next, so I couldn't help but peek a little bit ahead and try to transition us over there. Blake Perkins, Tim, we heard the stat of 6 for 7 in his career off of Christopher Sanchez, right? It is a season high, 3 RBIs in his career. First question for you. How many times has Blake Perkins recorded a game with 3 or more RBIs in his career?
Ooh, yeah. It can't be much.
7 times.
Oh, okay.
I was not expecting it to be that many times.
A couple of years ago, man, he got on a really, really big run where it's almost hard to keep him out of the lineup.
Well, and the last time he had a game in which he did that was last year against the Los Angeles Angels. The Brewers won 9-2, September 17th. Blake Perkins had 5 RBIs in that game. What? And no homers either at that time. A single that ended up scoring Contreras and Terang, so you had the bases loaded single. And then he had a triple that was also with the bases loaded in that game.
I think I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Wow. 5 RBI a day back in there. But yes. Perkins' first 3 RBI plus games since then.
Yeah, and Blake Perkins, I much maligned at times. There's no question about it. He raised his batting average. I think came in $111, something in there.
Now it is 133. So confirmed, Blake Perkins probably going to have a higher batting average than the Brewers win total now this year.
Probably this game did it. A multi-hit game, knocks in 3. Let's hear from Blake Perkins in the clubhouse after the game.
Kirk, when you have a little bit of history against a guy, how does that change approaching today?
I mean, it definitely helps, like, confidence-wise, knowing that I've had success or positive results off of him in the past, and kind of knowing, like, how his pitches play, kind of like at least what he likes to do, like attack-wise. I think it helps for sure.
What is the plan for you guys against him today?
I mean, I'd say, like, collectively it was just to try and see him up in the zone. I think when he's commanding the bottom of the zone, it's obviously what you see. Sorry. He's really good, and his stuff plays really well. So just trying to see him up and have good at-bats, make him throw multiple pitches to get us out, I'd say. And I was talking earlier saying that I think a lot of our guys are really good at just grinding at-bats out, not chasing a whole lot. And I think no matter who's pitching, it's just tough at-bats from our guys.
Murph said he talked to you. Murph said he talked to you in the dugout during the game. What did that mean to you for him to come and talk to you during that?
It's great, man. I mean, he's always been a big support, and it's great to when I get these opportunities to come through. And I love playing for this team. You know, it's a great group of guys, so it was awesome.
When you're able to connect like that and see it end up like going over the fence, like does that just feel like a giant weight off your shoulders a little bit?
I'll tell you what, it's a good feeling. I don't think anyone complains about hitting the ball over the fence. First one of the year, as Soph was saying earlier, it's been a while, so it feels good.
When you look at your at-bats specifically from the right side against lefties, how do you sort of weigh that, the unlucky part of it with not getting the results to this point?
Honestly, I've just been trying to go out there and have competitive at-bats and not worry too much about what the results are. I mean, I would love to be, 4 for 4 every game. I mean, everybody would. But this game's about failure and dealing with it. And I think it's just trying to be consistent in my routine and going out there with a positive mindset.
helped your guys' Cy Young case. It's maybe too early to talk about that, but did anybody think about seeing Mizorowski do what he did, and then Sanchez, who's having this great year, and maybe help your guy?
That wasn't really going through my head. I just, I was really trying to lock in on winning the series, and I mean against obviously a really great pitcher, but a really great team. So I think, down the road, these are the wins that we'll hopefully look back on when we're hopefully in a position to have our season keep going.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Huh. Pretty interesting. These are the games you look back on.
Oh,
Just
really?
saying.
Really? Does that support your argument?
That validates somewhat.
For what?
My
Blake
argument.
Perkins is only looking back on this because he isn't homered in any other game. There's not
Off his butt.
Off his butt, Tim. No, absolutely not. This is
Yes. Yes, it did.
not. Are you kidding me?
He's going to look. He just said these are the games you look back on right here.
He wasn't
This
talking
one.
you as in the Brewers. He was saying Blake Perkins needs to look back at this game.
No, he was saying the team.
Are you kidding me?
All right, time for our
Dong off his butt.
G2
Are you
Insurance
kidding me?
run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. I don't think there's any doubt in what got the Brewers some insurance today.
And a drive into left. It is back. Park has left the building. His first home run of the year, and I can imagine his feet never touched the ground as he was floating around the bases.
What a swing by Perk. Couldn't come at a better time against one of the toughest pitchers in all of baseball, Christopher Sanchez.
Oof. Wow.
You can hear it in Vinny Rottino, too. I'll tell you something about Rottino. That's one of the things I like. There's a lot of things I like about him. But you could hear the passion in just a little of what he said right there. You could hear the passion as a fan, not a broadcaster. As a fan, he wanted to do more. I could tell.
Well,
I could tell he wanted.
I also think there is a little bit of I was a struggling ball player at a time in there too, right?
For the little guy.
Like Vinny Rottino, he played quite some time in the big leagues and didn't have a lot of success either too, right?
No doubt. I remember many years ago, seeing him on the backfields. It was late in the day, and he was out there. It's hot as blazes out there and working he was working with a pitcher or something, and doing a little overtime. But just, a baseball rat for sure. But I think it just sounds to me at times the Brewer fan wants to come out a little bit more. Vinny, it's okay, man. Let it loose. Oh, that's right. No cheering in the press box. Go ahead and do it.
Well,
what are they going to do? Kick you out?
Hopefully not. Love you, Vinny. Running a business is like a championship run. One bad hit can take you out of the game. G2 Insurance Services specializes in keeping your business and reputation protected. They offer tailored solutions for restaurants, professional liability, workers' comp. They represent top carriers like Erie to find the best combination of coverage and price. Get the defensive line your business deserves. G2 Insurance Services in Brookfield, online at g2ins.com. Your friend in insurance.
I mentioned Cooper Pratt, and we all know by now that Cooper Pratt is headed to a Brewers uniform at the big league level. Now, we had a chance to talk to him in early March, which, after 69 games here, feels like it was 3 years ago.
Oh God.
Oh man,
dude, me and Tim, we lived a baseball season in a week.
We did, and the only thing that was missing from that trip was a 4-hour ride up to Vegas. But maybe next year.
Oh, okay,
we'll do that just for a quickie in Vegas for a couple of nights. But we had a chance to talk to Cooper Pratt at that time, and he talked about his defense. So we speculate a lot. That's what we do in sports talk radio. We speculate as to what the adjacent roster move is going to be. Is it going to be Joey Ortiz? Is it going to be Rengifo? Is it going to be Perkins?
Well, and even to look ahead too, Tim, it's a very crowded position they have in that farm system at shortstop.
That's right. So do you want him to get more at third base? I think was the conversation.
Playing second base, I've played third base before. It's not hard to figure out. Especially second base. I played a lot of that in high school when my older brother played shortstop and I was pushed to second. But I mean, I can't imagine third base is much harder. I mean, it's all reaction. They hit it harder, but it's fielding a ground ball. And I've played third base before. Obviously, I'd have to get used to it again. But second base is like riding a bike, I think. I mean, I haven't played it in 4 years, but it seems pretty muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the confidence in him there? Or?
Yeah, I do. And you have to have some degree of that at the major league level or as a professional athlete. And it sounds like he has that confidence. Clearly, the Brewers see something long-term special in him. To go ahead and pull the trigger and sign that longer-term deal, and immediately, in the grand scheme of things, 69, not even the halfway mark here. Now, a lot of Brewer fans would say he should have been brought up a month or two ago. I don't know about that, because you have the luxury of this winning record to kind of let things play out, to make sure you've ensured everything you can do to have Rengifo turn things around, or to have Joey start stepping it up, or to allow Hamilton. I mean, a lot of Brewer fans early in the season were saying just go with Pratt over Hamilton and you're set. Well, then as it played out a little bit, you see that Rengifo has struggled. You see Joey Ortiz still trying to find himself. And so this allowed you to make a better judgment call. The longer the sample size, the more accurate your analysis is. That's just the way baseball works. It might be the way life works. But they had the luxury to wait until now, June 14th, to make this move. So and Cooper Pratt is going to make his debut here in Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. And I would assume he's going to play on Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If we already know on Sunday, he's going to play on Tuesday. Yeah. I completely agree. Here's the other part of this, though, Tim. If Rengifo is DFA'd, right? Let's say that's the corresponding move. That's another spot on the 40-man.
Well, and does this, again, we speculate, does this open the door that there are more moves coming? Well, we believe there's more moves coming. I'm not saying they're going to be today or tomorrow, but in the next few weeks or few months, there definitely is going to be changes.
Well, if Rengifo got DFA'd, there has to be, right? And
there
then
would have to be.
Then is that a Jet Williams maybe type 40-man spot opening up there? I think they have to put him on the 40-man before the end of the year, because otherwise he'll be Rule 5 eligible.
Right. So he, doesn't he have to play in the organization a certain amount of years, though?
But I think he had that control already from the Mets, and then it carried over from there. So
it does, yeah.
I'm pretty confident that I have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure he's an older guy, right? He's like 23 in the prospect system. So he might have to be put on the 40-man after this year. But if Rengifo gets DFA'd, now that doesn't just mean Cooper Pratt gets called up to the big leagues. It means there now has to be someone added to the 40-man roster in replace of him. So
yep.
I don't know. If it's just an injury, then Cooper Pratt has a Luis Rengifo's length of injury to see what happens. I can't imagine the Brewers would be putting him on the IL just to DFA him after. And like we said with Cooper Pratt, if he gets called up, he's staying. He's not going up and down, up and down, up and down.
They're going to give him all the time to make sure, again, longer sample size to see what they've got here. It will be interesting here, and I'm looking forward to it. What do we expect out of Cooper Pratt? That is the question here. And without setting the bar all that high, I've always said this about a higher end prospect that is called up. Just give me one thing.
Ooh, and I got another update here. Andrew Fisher being promoted to AA Biloxi.
Well, it's about time.
Yes. All right. There's going to be a domino move. What if Madej goes up to AAA? What if it's all of this? What if they're all dominoes in a row now here, Tim?
Cats and dogs are running everywhere. People are screaming.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
I just want Cooper Pratt to get off to a decent start. That's it. Don't give me this 0 for 11 with 7 Ks. Oh, he's young. He's got to wait it out a little bit. Just hit the ground running. Give me something right away, Cooper Pratt. That would be best case scenario, I think, for everybody. All right, we're going to hear from Pat Murphy on the other side here. Brewers 4-zip winners over the Phillies.
Josh Adamshevsky's going to AA. Oh my God, the Brewers are making moves today, Tim.
It's movement day. It's moving day.
Moving day here for the Brewers. I'm pumped. Sorry, I'm pumped.
Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim and Tommy and the Brewers win. Stick around.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Murph, was it good to see Kyle just look more like himself after the Vegas start?
Yeah, I mean, he was really good. You know, he's confident. This is a really good lineup, but he didn't have his best stuff today. I think you guys noticed early he didn't have his best stuff. His best innings were 5 and 6, but he was on point and didn't give up free bases. Yeah, so we need from him. He's starting to understand the standard, and you know, he's doing a great job with it.
To get to Sanchez early, like Jackson did,
yeah,
first batter, how does that change against a pitcher like that? Kind of
Yeah.
whole complexion of the thing.
Well, I mean, it's a great start. Lets the pitcher know that we're ready. You know, we had a definite plan. You can thank the hitting coaches for having a real plan against them, and you know, it worked out. And then, you know, the big one by Perkins, I couldn't be more happy for that kid who's hit some balls really hard, right-handed, and came up empty all year long. To have that big hit and to know how the team loves him, it's really special.
How has it been for him to stick with it? And I guess also for you to stick with him in those spots when the results haven't been there.
Yeah, but you can't just look at the results when you have a small sample size. You got to look at how he's swinging the bat. And against right-handers, if you go back and look, there's a lot of hard contact. Plus, we need to give some guys a breather that grind real hard, that play a certain way, and not having to use Bowers, Sal, Bryce, or Yelly. You know, that's important to give them 2 days off. The season starts to get to be really tough, especially as hard as these guys play and as much as we do on the bases, and as much as we expect. You know, we're in every ball game, and it doesn't seem like there's too many blowouts either way. So, it's great for that reason too, to have the Perkins guy, you know, ready and be able to do what he did today. I mean, he's had a good history against Sanchez, and he came up big today.
It's still probably not easy for the player in that spot to be like, "Oh, I've just been unlucky."
No, he is grinding. He's hurting. It's been horrible for him, I'm sure, but he's been a great guy to everybody else. He's had a great attitude, and I went up to him in the middle of the game and just told him how happy I was for him, truly happy from my heart for a guy like that whose numbers look horrible, and to come through for us once again.
Facing a guy like Sanchez, where you know maybe you're not going to get a ton of great pitches to hit from him, does it matter even more to have those big swings when you did, and
Huge.
With 1 or 2 swings like
Huge. You know, he's shocked by it. You know, when that Perkins ball went onto the yard, the reality set in, like, oof, this isn't going to be a good line for me, you know, what I'm used to. And I don't care how great, and he is great. I don't care how great you are. That gets that, you know, that gets to you. And he gave him a couple more innings, but it affected him.
If we know you're not feeling great, but the Mizorowski and Sanchez both pitching, the 3 sellouts. What was this weekend like?
Yeah, a lot of medication for me. No, truly, I'm happy for the guys. That's what it's about. You know, I'm happy for the guys to be in a battle like this against the team built for the World Series and that type pitching. And, you know, that's what this whole thing's about, is to try to, you know, be in these environments as much as you can and keep your poise and, you know, hopefully win a couple of them, you know.
How are you feeling?
How am I feeling? Great. Couldn't be better.
Excited for an off day?
No, you don't know what my off days, MRIs and shots and all that kind of stuff. So my off day, but I'll get to be with my kids, and that's number one. So don't worry about me. It ain't about me. So we'll get through it.
Yeah, there he is, Pat Murphy. He sounds really happy. I mean, he just does.
Oh yeah, all of a sudden feeling real good.
Yeah, this wasn't that. Oh, I'll squeeze in a yawn here, which he frequently does. But this had to be a big one for those guys, and now change is coming throughout the organization, and we'll get folks caught up on that too, Tommy. And I know you're really into the minor league system, and we all are to a degree, but you maybe more than others. Moves that can kind of forecast a little bit into the future. We can speculate. It's okay to guess, project, and speculate.
Well, the original thought was if Cooper Pratt comes up, then someone else is going to have to go down, right? Well, what if it's not a go down and it is a DFA, and then it's just
move up? People
just keep moving up, right? And we just learned that Josh Adamshevsky and Andrew Fisher both going to be moved up to Double-A Biloxi during this time too. Well, is someone who's going to Triple-A? Who's going to Triple-A, right? Is it Madej? Is it a Jesus Madej maybe making his way up? It could be.
Come on, just do it.
Could be Blake Burke, also doing very well down there too.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. You never know what the speculation could lead to. But if people keep moving up, it does make me think that Luis Rengifo DFA could be what we hear tomorrow or Tuesday.
It could be.
Otherwise, someone would just go down, right? That's how it would balance out. It'd be easy, nice and even number right there. But I think you have to wait now to hear this Luis Rengifo news, if that's what it is, because then they're going to add another person to this 40-man roster, and that's going to be someone from AAA, assuming they're going to do it with someone in a similar position. That would lead me to think Jet Williams could be the next possible 40-man roster spot.
I would tend to lean that way as well. And so when you think about now, we're seeing Cooper Pratt. We're going to see Cooper Pratt. Obviously, the Jackson Churio signing, Luis Lara signing, the Cooper Pratt signing. So they've been busy. But it does beg the question, now that Pratt's up, who's next? And I'm not saying tomorrow. I'm not saying this week. I'm not saying next week. Just saying, just forecast that down the line of the most wanted in that minor league system. So people are excited, obviously, about Jesus Madej. People are obviously excited about Luis Pena. Okay, obviously excited about Andrew Fisher. And then after that, then what is it? Who is it that is, people are going to be clamoring for? Now, I've had my eye on Andrew Fisher for a while now, and it was going to be, why in the world is he still there? Meaning high A. He had to get to Double-A like yesterday. But so now he's at Double-A. And now we ask the question, who might be the next guy that we see by the end of the year? And, the September call-ups are sort of a thing of the past.
Right. Now it's only 28 instead of 40.
It's 28 instead of anybody you wanted, which I think sort of hurts I think it hurts. I love the rule. I do, first of all. But I do think it hurts organizations that are jam-packed in the minors. It quickens that pace for them to at least get a taste of getting comfortable in a setting, an environment where you're traveling a little bit. You got to find out where you get your food, where you're going to eat, where you hit the John, or what entrance, what time's the bus leave, all that. That takes that off the table here. So in some regards, that's part of the rule of a stacked organization that doesn't kind of jive. But who is the next guy, Tommy, in your mind? And if I take Jet Williams off the table, my guess is Lara.
Yeah, probably. If I would say those are the three that could make their major league debut, that are the most likely. Although, man, if Tyson Harden keeps shoving and this Brewers injury history keeps,
you're gonna have to give him a shot.
Like, if he's been phenomenal. I don't know what he did today because he was
Drew
pitching
Rom
today.
is up. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing against Drew Rom. I think there's some potential there.
Ooh, okay. Let me see what he did today. Because I know he was pitching for the what am I saying? The Sounds today, and I'll see if I can find that. But I mean, his first 6 starts, 2-1, a 1.89 ERA, 33 innings. I think that includes today, if I'm not mistaken. Now I'll go look to see the Sounds box score.
And on the doorstep there at AAA, this isn't a AA jump. This would be, you're ready. You're on a AAA roster. I would say 75% of those players know that they could get the call anytime.
Yeah. Harden went 5 innings, 2 earned today. So that
good performance.
Yeah, it's 1.89 ERA in his first 6 starts with the Nashville Sounds. He would be the first guy from the 2024 class to make it to the bigs.
And that's quick.
That's quick.
That's super quick. Now, and that's going to depend on Gasser, Sproat, and Drowan.
That's what I mean. I think the health would have to be a reason to see Tyson Harden at any point during this season. But Lara, Pratt counting as well, and Williams, I would still think we're probably going to see their major league debut at some point this year, especially because Lara and Pratt have contracts, right? So that'll be fine. I think did we get to talk about that? I think you might have been gone when that happened, when Lara got his deal. And Jet Williams, you got to see what you have. Especially,
you'll see him. Shouldn't we expect that at some point? I don't know. Maybe that's stepping out too far to say we will see Jet Williams, but it makes sense to see him at some point this year.
Okay, now, Tim, hear me out. What if something crazy happens? Because the New York Mets stink right now. Right? They're not a good baseball team. All signs are Freddie Peralta is going to get traded. Would you just redo the trade right now if you could? I mean, Freddie's at the 3 in your mind, maybe.
Think about Miz, Harrison, Freddie, and Woody.
Hey, I'm just saying. It's not. There's no rumors. This is all speculation. But if you could, would you just give him back Sproat and Williams right now and bring in Freddie for a rental?
I would have to think about that long and hard. Yes.
Okay. All right. Just a thought.
I mean,
he's not the ace.
No,
he wouldn't come back and take anyone's job. I don't think. Maybe he gets game 2.
But think about that. Miz, Harrison, and Peralta.
Oh, gets you a little bit excited? Man, everyone's talking about Tarek Skubal. What if Freddie just came back? What if he just rented Freddie? He's probably cheaper than Skubal. Yeah, definitely cheaper than Skubal.
Oh, think about the homecoming at AmFam.
Oh, come on. It'd be electric.
Hey, Matt, Arnold, at least think about it.
I mean, you just reverse the trade. Hey, we'll give you Sproat and Williams back right now, and we're going to rent Freddie. We're going to lose him in the offseason because he's going to go get his bag.
I think Stearns would do it.
I mean, just a thought.
I think he'd have to think about it.
You signed Cooper Pratt. You already have Madej coming up. Maybe you want to talk about all the rest of the shortstop prospects you got ready to go. Luis Pena ain't that far away. Bryce Terang still got 3 years of control. Would you just do it? I mean, it's a fun question.
It is. Oh man, that's interesting. I think Stearns would do it. Not only I would do it, but I think Stearns would do it.
Just give you back the exact same package. Has anyone ever been traded for themselves with themselves?
Just back and forth, the same deal,
same deal.
Flip it around.
Same deal.
It would make sense for both sides, I think.
I think it does.
I think it does.
I don't think they would do it.
I think they would. They'd have to think about it. You would have to. If you punt on this season, you would have to do that deal. If you're the Mets. Wow. Interesting. All right, we'll take a break, hit a little bit of a rewind button, and a good day at American Family Field. 4-0. The Brewers beat the Phillies, take the game in the series. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Final couple of minutes here, Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, and a nice win, big 4-zip to take the game in the series over the Philadelphia Phillies. Hey, by the way, did you guys happen to catch the score out in Vegas at the Las Vegas ballpark?
Let me update because last I checked.
Oh, my goodness.
It was, the final score of that game in Las Vegas. The A's got off to a hot start in that. It was 4-2 after one inning. And the final score, the Rockies would end up coming back after putting up 23 runs on the
awesome.
Philadelphia, Kansas City, Oakland, Las Vegas Athletics.
Yes.
23-9. 31 runs. Tim, you went to a game where they put up 29 runs. That's not even the most that was scored this week in that ballpark.
Yeah.
That's
one team almost scored as many as those.
Oh, my goodness.
23.
What
Wind
a
must be blowing again.
Stupid series that is.
I'll tell you what, it was well received in Vegas. It really was.
Well, okay, you had said you ran into a bunch of Brewers fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever seen a Las Vegas Raiders game, it turns into, hey, we're the visitor. Let's party in Vegas this weekend and go watch our sports team. That is exactly what's going to happen to the Athletics.
Of course, and that's the whole essence of bringing the pro teams into Vegas. It's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful thing. Whoever came up with the idea is brilliant person. The Let's Go Brewers chants in the first inning of that game on Monday in Vegas, just music to my ears.
Yeah, we all heard that one guy yelling it. We all heard him.
No, there was a whole no,
I know. I'm just saying the Let's Go Brewers guy. If you were listening or watching the game on television, please tell me you heard the Let's Go Brewers guy in Las Vegas. 414-677-1250. I'm not saying there wasn't a Let's Go Brewers chant, but people listening know there was a Let's Go Brewers guy in Vegas. There was a guy. Yes, there was a guy. You had to be there.
And he started it with a full count, nobody on. Yes.
Brewers rewind here. Why not go back to another much anticipated debut? On this day, May 14th of 2019, Keston Hiura.
Oh, yeah.
Made his debut for the Milwaukee Brewers.
The K-Train.
Went 2 for 3 in the contest.
That's what I want from Cooper Pratt. Just get off to a decent start. Don't be chasing. You don't need to chase. You chase, you're going to sit. How about Murph just tells him that, like he did Vaughn?
Also had a walk in the game, so maybe that's what. Maybe Murph, as bench coach, was telling Keston, "Hey, if you chase, you're going to sit." Lorenzo Cain, Christian Yelich, Ryan Braun, the top 3. Braun did hit his 9th homer of the year that year on this day. Mike Moustakas, Jesus Aguilar, Yasmani Grandal, Orlando Arcia rounding things out. Woody 1 for 3 on the day too. Woody was hitting 350 to this point in the season as a hitter.
Just beautiful. So we anticipate that Cooper Pratt is going to be in that lineup on Tuesday.
I think I even had a report here from Nightingale when he said he's expected to be in the starting lineup on Tuesday.
Oh, we see, now we should have reported that.
Oh gosh, that would have been good too. We could have broke it out. Brewer legends on the other side though, Andrew McCutchen and Gene Segura for the Phillies.
McCutchen. Oh yeah.
McCutchen had a year.
Which, is he available right now? Did I see he was turned loose?
He has played 37 games here for Texas this year. Did he get DFA'd? I don't know.
Think
you get cut.
Would you take Andrew McCutchen back? Oh, we need to get into that conversation on Tuesday
about Freddie.
Oh yeah,
you're ready to do it now.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. If in the next 3 weeks the Mets do worse than they are now and fall worse than where they're at now, Stearns should beg to do that deal.
Oh,
back.
It sounds like you're begging for it and you're reverse psychologying on Stearns. Like, Stearns,
Arnold,
you would love that.
Drop him a text. Why wouldn't he? They're not going anywhere. Get something for Peralta.
You just get your exact return back. We'll give you Sprout. We'll give you Williams for Freddie for a rental.
Brewers an off day tomorrow, and they're back at it on Tuesday. A 3-game series against the Cleveland Guardians. Stephen Vogt and company coming to AmFam once again. 6:40 first pitch. Before the game, Tommy Wortz has the leadoff show, and after the game, as always, Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show. We'll be here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Good stuff today.
Oh, yeah.
All the way around.
Fun show.
Yeah. Good. You had Churio homer, Perkins with the big blast, Harrison was dealing, and you beat Christopher Sanchez. He raised his ERA to 1.8.
I'd rather have Pablo Sanchez than Christopher Sanchez.
Yes. All right. So that's going to do it for us. You guys have a great rest of your weekend here. Weather chilled out just a little bit, but go Brewers. We'll see you at AmFam on Tuesday. Brewer fans are bringing it. They did this weekend. For Tommy Wortz, my name is Tim Allen. You guys have a great night. And remember, as always, smile, Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.